The skies over Washington, D.C. have long been a symbol of American power and resilience. On a somber Wednesday evening, January 29, 2025, that image was shattered. A routine flight turned tragic as an American Airlines regional jet collided with a U.S. military Black Hawk helicopter. The collision occurred just south of Ronald Reagan National Airport, sending shockwaves across the nation's capital and beyond. Debris rained down upon the Potomac River as the unthinkable unfolded before horrified onlookers. 67 souls aboard both aircraft perished in the fiery crash. Among the victims was Chief Warrant Officer 2 Andrew Lloyd Eaves, a 39-year-old Black Hawk pilot from Great Mills, Maryland. Eaves, along with his two crewmates, Staff Sergeant Ryan Austin O'Hara and an unidentified female pilot, were conducting a training exercise when the collision occurred. Their mission that night was tragically cut short, adding their names to the long list of heroes who have made the ultimate sacrifice in service to their country. Andrew Eaves' journey to becoming a Black Hawk pilot was paved with determination and a deep-seated love for aviation. Growing up near Naval Air Station Patuxent River in southern Maryland, Eaves was surrounded by the sights and sounds of aircraft from a young age. The roar of jet engines and the sight of helicopters soaring overhead ignited a passion within him, setting him on a path to the skies. Friends and family recall his early fascination with flight, often found building model airplanes and devouring books about aviation. This childhood passion matured into a calling as Eaves grew older. He excelled in his studies, demonstrating a natural aptitude for mathematics and physics, essential skills for a future pilot. He participated in extracurricular activities that nurtured his love for aviation, joining the school's robotics club and volunteering at a local air museum. Eaves' dedication and unwavering focus were evident in everything he pursued, foreshadowing the unwavering commitment he would later display as a Black Hawk pilot. Upon graduating high school, Eaves enlisted in the United States Army, determined to turn his lifelong dream of flying into a reality. He excelled in basic training, showcasing his physical and mental fortitude. His superiors quickly recognized his potential and recommended him for flight school, a testament to his natural abilities and unwavering dedication. Eaves' journey to becoming a Black Hawk pilot was arduous, demanding rigorous training and countless hours of practice. He learned to navigate the complex systems of the Black Hawk helicopter, mastering the art of flying in challenging conditions and executing intricate maneuvers. His instructors were impressed by his calmness under pressure, his sharp intellect, and his unwavering commitment to safety. Eaves' dedication paid off as he earned his wings, a proud moment that marked the culmination of years of hard work and unwavering determination. He had achieved his childhood dream and was now entrusted with the immense responsibility of piloting one of the Army's most versatile and essential aircraft. On January 29, 2025, Chief Warrant Officer 2 Andrew Eaves and his crew embarked on what seemed like a routine training mission over the skies of Washington, D.C. The Black Hawk helicopter, a familiar sight in the area, took off from Fort Belvoir, Virginia, with Eaves at the helm. The crew was tasked with practicing night flight maneuvers, honing their skills for future missions. The skies were clear, and the weather presented no immediate concerns. However, tragedy struck shortly after 8 p.m. The Black Hawk, under Eaves' command, collided with an American Airlines regional jet that was preparing to land at Reagan National Airport. The collision occurred at an altitude of approximately 2,500 feet, sending both aircraft plummeting into the icy waters of the Potomac River. The impact, witnessed by horrified onlookers on the ground, sent a shockwave through the surrounding area. Emergency responders rushed to the scene, but the wreckage was engulfed in flames, leaving little hope for survivors. The immediate aftermath of the crash brought chaos and confusion as first responders struggled to reach the wreckage in the frigid waters of the Potomac River. The crash site, located just south of Reagan National Airport, posed significant challenges for recovery efforts. The National Transportation Safety Board, or NTSB, immediately launched an investigation into the cause of the collision, a complex and meticulous process that could take months or even years to complete. Investigators will examine air traffic control recordings, radar data, and the wreckage itself to piece together the events leading up to the tragedy. One area of focus is the air traffic control tower at Reagan National Airport, which was reportedly understaffed at the time of the collision. A single air traffic controller was responsible for managing both airplane and helicopter traffic, a task usually handled by two controllers. The NTSB will investigate whether this staffing issue played a role in the events leading up to the crash. The tragic crash quickly became a topic of national debate, with politicians and pundits offering condolences while also using the tragedy to advance their own agendas. Former President Donald Trump, known for his inflammatory rhetoric, blamed diversity, equity, and inclusion policies for the crash, a claim widely criticized and debunked by aviation experts and military officials. Trump's comments, devoid of any factual basis, were seen by many as an attempt to exploit the tragedy for political gain. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt, facing intense questioning from reporters, found herself defending Trump's baseless claims. She stated that Trump's comments about the helicopter flying too high were based on information from investigators, a statement that contradicted early reports from the NTSB. The politicization of the tragedy only added to the grief and frustration felt by the families of the victims, who were left to mourn their loved ones amidst a storm of political grandstanding. As the investigation into the crash unfolded, the nation paused to remember the 67 lives lost in the tragedy. Among the victims were families traveling for vacations, business professionals on their way to meetings, and young couples starting their lives together. The American Airlines regional jet was carrying passengers from Raleigh-Durham International Airport to Reagan National Airport, many of whom were returning home from business trips or family visits. The crash sent shockwaves through the communities affected by the loss, leaving families and friends grappling with the sudden and unimaginable loss of their loved ones. GoFundMe campaigns were established to support the victims' families, providing financial assistance during their time of need. The outpouring of support from across the country, with donations pouring in from strangers touched by the tragedy, demonstrated the inherent compassion and unity that often emerge in times of national mourning. In the wake of the tragedy, Chief Warrant Officer 2 Andrew Eaves is remembered by his fellow soldiers as a skilled pilot, a dedicated serviceman, and a true American hero. His commitment to duty, his unwavering professionalism, and his infectious smile left an indelible mark on all who knew him. Eaves' dedication to his country was evident in every aspect of his life, from his rigorous training regimen to his unwavering commitment to his crew. He understood the risks associated with his chosen profession, but faced them head-on, driven by a deep sense of duty and a desire to protect his country. Eaves' legacy will live on through the countless lives he touched during his service, inspiring future generations of soldiers to answer the call of duty with the same unwavering courage and dedication. His sacrifice serves as a somber reminder of the risks that members of the armed forces face every day to keep our nation safe. The investigation into the D.C. plane crash will continue, meticulously piecing together the events that led to this tragedy. The NTSB will release a final report outlining their findings and recommendations for preventing similar incidents in the future. The families of the victims will continue to mourn their loved ones, finding solace in the memories they shared and the legacies they left behind. And the men and women of the United States Army will carry on their mission, honoring the sacrifice of Chief Warrant Officer 2 Andrew Eaves and all those lost in the line of duty. Their unwavering dedication to protecting our nation serves as a constant reminder of the debt of gratitude we owe to those who put their lives on the line every day to keep us safe. Their sacrifice will never be forgotten, and their legacy will continue to inspire generations to come. If you want more news, subscribe now and become part of an engaged and discerning audience.